Okay guys, so let's talk a little bit about how we can filter the results we get on this page, and in the process we're going to learn pretty cool stuff. Okay, so let's head over to where we are rendering the forum page, because it's in our forum controller. Right here we're rendering the view forum. Now what I want to do is to be able to, for example, see all the discussions, only the ones where I participated in, and for that we're going to be passing some get requests. For example, we'll say filter equals me right there, or my discussions, and I'm just gonna get the discussions that I opened myself. Okay, so let's set that up. First thing, in our app.blade.php, we need to pass that link, right? So right after where we have our home, which should be somewhere here. Let me minimize this. Okay, there it is, found it. So right after we have this home route, we're gonna have a link to the forum also, and this is just gonna be my discussions only, right? And right here I'm gonna pass in where a filter is equals to me right there. Okay, and it means that our code right here is gonna totally change. So I'm gonna uncomment this, and what I'm gonna be doing right here is I'm gonna have a switch statement. Okay, so I'm gonna have a switch, and I'm gonna be switching through the filter. Okay, because remember we are passing the filter from here, and we're saying filter is equals to me, and right here there is no filter. So I'm gonna be looping through all the filters, or I'm gonna be checking for the filters, and the first one we're gonna be checking obviously is me, and we're gonna put in some code right here so that we return the particular discussions that that filter filters. And then right here we're gonna be returning a variable called results, and when we have the filter me, would assign that result to only the discussions that I created. So we'd say discussion where the user ID right there is equal to the authenticated user's ID, which is me, and right here we're gonna say use auth. Okay, so now that we used auth, we'll be able to get this, but we need to paginate the results, right? So we'd say paginate, and we're gonna paginate 3. Okay, and right here we're returning the view with those results. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this out. If I pass in a get parameter with me, undefined variable results, obviously right here I have to say where the filter equals me, then I'll be able to get just the post where I am the one that created. So if I refresh right here and I click my discussions, it sets that filter, and then I get only the post where I am the one. But if I remove the filter right here, something should be broken, right? So undefined variable results, because we are returning results but we haven't set that, right? So the default code right here, where we didn't find any of those or any filter, we're gonna just return discussions order by, and we're just gonna say order by the creator that field in descending order, and then paginate the results that you get from the query builder right there. Okay, so we'll just say paginate by 3. So just pretty much exactly the same query we had here. And if I refresh right now, class app discussions not found, obviously it's discussion, I'm sorry about that. Refresh. Okay, so we have all our discussions back again. So if we have a filter, it's gonna filter the results. For example, in this case, filter by me, and we have only the post where I'm the one who created. Now it's gonna get a little more complicated if we want to add some filters, like maybe answered, or let's say solved. Okay, so only the discussions that have been solved are gonna be passed here. Okay, so let's take care of that. How is that gonna look? We need to query our database, right? But how are we gonna query it? Because remember, on our discussion model, we can't know if it's been answered or not. We just need to check if it has a best reply. So we're gonna be creating an answered array here, and it's an empty array for now, but we will look through all of the discussions. For each discussion, all, so every discussion in our table as a D, for example, then we'll check if the has best reply field right here is true, right? And if it's true, we'll just push to that array. So we'll say if the discussion has best reply or has best answer. I think that was the name of the method. Let's check it out. So has best answer right there. Okay, so if I come back, has best answer method, then we're gonna do something. We're gonna just say array push to the answered array, and we're gonna say push that discussion. Okay, so now we have an array with all the discussions that have been answered or solved, right? But the problem is, obviously, we can't paginate this data. Remember, in our forum.blade.php, we are using a method on the paginator. So if we actually pass data to the view that is not paginated, it's gonna throw an error. So what we're gonna be doing is creating a new paginator for this, okay? And we can just say maybe answered paginator right there, because this is not an instance of our query builder, right? But Laravel makes this very easy. So we're gonna use Laravel's paginator class to create our own. So we'll just say illuminate pagination / paginator. Okay, so this class right here is going to help us to paginate an array, any array we want to paginate. So what we're going to be doing, we'll just say results equals paginator or a new paginator. So we'll get a new instance of that class, and what we're going to do, we'll pass in the answered array right there, and we're going to say paginate by 3. And that's all we have to do. Search all the answered discussions, paginate them by 3, and return the view with those results. So let's go to our app.blade.php and set up that new filter. So we'll just say right here, say answered discussions, right? And we just have to say right here, filter by solved. Remember, this solved is what we put in our switch statement. Okay, so let's refresh that, and would filter by solved, and we discover that we have some results right there, and we see that all of them have been marked as closed, and we have just 3 of them. Okay, so our filter by solved is working perfectly. Now let's create another filter, and this is gonna be a case where we have unsolved. Okay, so unanswered discussions. And right here, we're gonna say, we're just gonna have almost exactly the same logic. So I'll just copy that and I'll paste it right here. And this is gonna be an unanswered array, and we'll filter all the discussions. But what we are gonna be pushing is where the has best answer is false, and we're gonna push into the unanswered array, and we're just gonna paginate the unanswered results. Okay, so almost exactly the same thing, but right here is the difference. Okay, so we'll paginate the unanswered array, and we will pass in the number of items for each paginator, and we break out from the loop. Okay, so in our app.blade.php, looks like we need one for unanswered. So right here, we're gonna have unanswered right there, and this should be answered. And right here, we're gonna pass filter by unsolved, right? So let's check that out. It's unsolved right there. Okay, so let's refresh, and obviously we should have multiple that are unanswered. So let's click that, and you discover all of them that we have right now are open, right? So looks like everything is working, and our filters are working right here. We can set a filter by me, filter by solved, filter by discussion. So go ahead and create as many filters as you want, but I think this is working perfectly, right? So thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.